In PhotoDirector365, there is all kinds of tools that you can use, and I'm no expert. I'm just fumbling around and figuring things out as I learn to change my raw AI images into my own vision for what it could be. And I am going to do a little bit today about some tweaking and some object removal. So if you want to learn about how to do object removal in PhotoDirector 365, hang out with me and we'll do some stuff today. So I'm going to pull up this image, which I've already extended. If you haven't seen how to use the AI extend feature in PhotoDirector 365, I already have a video out on that. Maybe I can remember to picture it here, or at least put it in the comments down below. You guys know I don't do a whole lot of editing and I'm not crazy about doing it. So let's load up this image and we're going to zoom it up a little bit just so we can kind of take a look at it. It's really actually a cool image, but there are some artifacts in here that need to be gotten rid of. I'm not quite certain why they're here. These things flying in the background, I'm not even sure what those are supposed to be. Um, yeah, I think he's got to go. So we're going to go to our guided up here. So it's easier to use for certain things. And we're going to go to auto manual removal. And typically what I start with is the click on the smart select to see what it gives me. And that actually gave me a pretty good um, surround on that particular object. It didn't like do the whole sky or do the mountain next to it or anything like that. And then we're going to take the eraser because I don't want it trying to fill in all this extra area around here. So I'm going to take the eraser and remove a lot of this red, um, which I didn't know how to do at first. I just was like, huh, what does the eraser thing do? One day, and I was like, oh, I can cut down on a lot of what it's going to attempt to remove from the picture. I'm actually going to go a little bit smaller. Depending on where I'm at, sometimes I like to go smaller and then go bigger. Sometimes I like to go bigger than smaller. Um, but I'm just going to go around and hopefully not get too much of the... There is a way to back up and add pixels back in. If you get too close to something like I did just there, you press the Alt key, and while you have the Alt key down, it will change the little cursor to a plus, but it doesn't do it for very long, as you can see. And you got to do it individually. Um, but as you can see, if we got a little too close to something, sometimes these erasers go a little bit, especially when you're zoomed up, um, they'll go a little bigger than what you think they should. My size is a 6. Let's see if we can take it down a little bit more. No, not really, because even at a 4, with the zoom up, it's taken about the same size chunk out of the... Hang on, I got a little spot right there. And you don't have to be necessarily perfect when you're doing this part of it. It's just the less you give it to play with, um, the better the AI will do. I have found I've had several where I gave it way too much to mess with and it took out way too much of the picture, and or left it really blurry, which if that happens, I have figured out that you can go back in with object removal and redo it again a second time. to see if it cleans up the image a little bit better, and a lot of times it does. So this is super handy because we all know that while AI can create these awesome images from text, they're not perfect. I've had lots of horns I've had to remove, extra feet, extra people, all kinds of stuff. So this comes in really handy if you're going to be editing your artwork properly, because you don't want to just cover something up. It may leave artifacts that you can't see until it's printed. Um, and I mean, digital printing is as damn good as it gets, but I've had some stuff come out where it's in a cloud or something like that, where it almost looks like the image was kind of messy. And um, with talking with the printer, it's not something that they can necessarily control. It's just that there's so many different colors in that section of cloud that the way that they bended on print, the way they blended while they were printing, um, ended up leaving it, a little bit muddy, I guess is the way they termed it. And it happens, and they try to be as good as they can. And the print on demand supplier I found, I am extremely impressed with the stuff they're doing. Um, I got some posters, some coffee mugs, which, oh, by the way, logoed merch is up on the website. I have prints available for 2 designs now. This will be a third design. I don't know if you can see it on this webcam, but got a Kaosivity t-shirt for myself. So if you like the logo, you like the stuff, it's all available on the website, kaosivity.com. Head over there, and the print on demand company we're using is amazing. I am really impressed with the stuff that I've gotten from them. So keep in mind, it's print on the demand. It does take a couple days for the printing to be done, and then a couple days for it to ship, and all that good stuff. But um, there's also wallpapers available, and if you so desire to take the wallpaper and have it printed out, you can do that as well. If you've got a printer that you know really well, you can just pay the $20 for the wallpaper and download it and take it to your local printer or the Michaels or wherever and have it printed yourself if you want. I just wanted to be able to offer for people that don't have necessarily those connections or those abilities to get stuff like that done. Um, hey, we've got a print on demand supplier that's doing a fantastic job with printing. And there we've got basically just the object that we want removed outlined. And we'll see what the AI does to remove it. And all in all, pretty good. There's a couple little artifacts in here. Um, I may actually try to see if I can switch over to manual and see what my brush size is here. See if I can do anything with these little artifacts here and there. See if it blends it out a little bit nicer. And we'll see what that accomplishes. Yeah, it did blend it out a little bit nicer, so I think I'll try it in here. And we are zoomed up to 300%, so some of this stuff is going to be really hard to see anyways. But it does blend it out even a little bit better. So let's back up a little bit and we'll see what else has to go for sure. This guy back here has got to go. So we'll zoom back up again and take care of him. I do like in PhotoDirector that they've got this little zoom navigation. Man, it makes it easy to go around to move around when you're zoomed up. That I've switched back to the auto detect smart select, and it did another good job just picking that out. I'm gonna go a little bit bigger to go faster here. on this one. I have no idea how long this video is running, but I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. But as you can see, I spend hours and hours and hours editing these images, um, and they look fantastic. They look pretty damn good when I start on them, but it just doesn't, sometimes the color schemes aren't right, and I end up changing colors. Conjuring Death, which is on the website, the one that I just posted, there's a little guy in the middle of the picture, and I was not happy with the fact that his cloak was dark and um, didn't really stand out. So I changed it to a blue, but I had to use, I had to do it several times um, with different color blues to get the right shading, and then it changed again when I changed the lighting. So I went back and I did the blue over again in a little bit different color. Um, with this guy here, I may actually do some more red in here, or maybe deepen this red. I'll see how the lighting comes and stuff like that. When I alter lighting and alter light sources, which I'll be doing videos on. I will probably do videos start to finish on this image because it's going to be a good image to show you a lot of the stuff. I did already extend this picture in the AI Extend. I think I said that at the top of the video. Um, but I'm going to save it at this point. So I'm going to go to Save As More Options. Uh, and we'll look for the folder that we want. And I'm actually going to name this. Where's my name? There it is. Hey, 249 EXT Step 1. That means I have worked on it. I'm going to save it as a PNG file. And I'm going to make sure that I keep the original photo resolution because this puppy's already at 300 DPI, which is perfect for printing. And then I'm going to export it. And that will just about do it for this particular lesson. I'm going to keep working on this and I'll probably video it. So stay tuned. The next one will be up shortly after this one. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Remember to let the chaos out.